Catalonia's Supreme Court indicted the acting head of the Catalan regional government on Tuesday after he pushed ahead with a referendum on independence from Spain last year despite such a vote being ruled unconstitutional by the courts. The preliminary charges of disobedience, abuse of authority and usurping authority are leveled at Artur Mas, the most visible face of Catalan separatist aspirations, just 2 days after his party won a regional election. Secessionist parties on Sunday secured an absolute majority in the regional parliament, although they won 48% of the votes cast. Mas will testify in court in October for pressing on with a non-binding referendum on independence last November after it was suspended by the Constitutional Court, backed by Spain's national government. Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy's tactic over years of growing support for Catalan independence has been to stick doggedly to the letter of the law. With a general election set for December, Rajoy has ruled out the possibility of a referendum on the issue, despite polls which show most Catalans are in favor of having the choice. He argues, supported by a vast majority of Spaniards, that one part of Spain cannot decide what happens to the whole. Mas said when the proxy referendum took place on November 9, 2014 that he would not be intimidated by the legal tactics of the Madrid government. He said he hoped no legal action would be taken. After the Catalan elections brought tensions to a new head, most political parties are now offering the chance of dialogue and do not rule out a potential change in Catalan financing. Rajoy's mantra on maintaining the status quo saw his People's Party garner its worst result in a Catalan election in more than 20 years. Doubts remain. Even before Sunday's election, a unilateral move by the Catalan separatists to declare independence had been widely ruled out by the Spanish government, European institutions, and financial markets. It became an even more remote possibility when, although the secessionist parties secured an absolute majority in the regional parliament, their breakaway plans won fewer than half the votes cast. I hope this will end up in an agreement and that Catalans will obtain a better situation out of all this, said Gloria Calvo, a receptionist from Barcelona as she walked in the streets of the Catalan capital. I hope it all turns out well and that the result of the general election in December will help, she also said. Calvo summed up the mood not only in Catalonia but also in Madrid and the rest of Spain, where people want to move on from the tense political battle over independence that has dominated the regional and national agendas for 3 years. A recent survey by the state-run Centro de Investigaciones Sociológicas showed that only 1.3% of Spanish voters saw nationalist tensions as one of Spain's top 3 problems. That number is higher in Catalonia, where there is a broad consensus that the Spanish government has failed to invest enough and protect the local language and culture, but no reliable survey puts it at more than 20%. The outcome is that Catalan voters cast a ballot in favor of independence in the belief that it would spur discussions between the two camps and improve their personal lives in the future, said José Juan Tojeria, from polling firm Metroscopia. A big part of those who voted for the winning separatist group Junts pel Sí Together for Yes didn't do it for obtaining independence but to give a kick to the Spanish state, say no to its current policies and negotiate, Tojeria said.